We are at the 79th Annual Convention of the American Bell Association in Covington, Kentucky, right across the river from Cincinnati, Ohio. And we are in the Behold Room, which is made up of examples of people's various collections or creations. And this is an exhibit so that you can see some of the different kinds of bells. What we're going to look at right now is some samples of a presentation that was being made at this convention called My Past Made Me Do It, meaning that behind each one of these is a story of why the collector acquired this particular bell. And let's start back here. This is a John McCombie bronze bell, referred to as Little Albert, and it was made for the 2005 ABA convention in Florida, and it was in honor of the 65th birthday of the American Bell Association, and that's why the concept of having the baby alligator coming out of its shell for its birthday. And then this person had memories of that, and sometime later acquired this wonderful ceramic alligator made heavy, made by Todd Warner. Look at this little silly thing. Now you notice I'm touching these bells, but in this room, people are not allowed to do that. I've just been given special permission so you can get a good glimpse of what they're actually seeing. Oh, heavy. And that's ceramic. And then we have a Chinese figural. Get a little closer here. Look at the detail in something so small. Isn't that wonderful? Beautifully done. And you see up at the top here, we call that a hat button. And then over here, we have what's called a hat button bell. And there's a whole story about these hat buttons, and you can hear about it, learn about it, read about it at theamericanbell.org. But this one is a green hat button. They were in different colors and semi-precious stones and different kinds of enameling on the bell that they were later attached to, since they don't wear those hats anymore. Here's another Todd Warner, the frog. Again, very heavy. And look, again, what a silly little guy. An awful lot of fun. Todd Warner had a wonderful sense of humor. All right, we did Chinese. Here's Japanese. This is called a netsuke. And these were used to hold the Japanese, the sash, the obi, on the particular kind of gown that they would wear, and it would attach to a tobacco pouch or something else. There's a whole story about them. And one year, a couple picked up a whole bunch of these once the Japanese stopped wearing the kimonos, and attached them to the beautiful bells. Look at this cloisonne work. Isn't that lovely? Beautifully done. Another John McCombie bronze bell, the rooster. Now you see this thing is only as tall as my hand. I'm a size 6 hand. And it weighs almost 3 pounds. It is so heavy, just so heavy. Again, look at the workmanship that's gone into this and the detailing on every single feather. And then the fun part is the clapper is the rooster's claw over an egg. deep, deep, beautiful sound. Some of us buy them for their sound, some of us buy them for the design. Sometimes we're lucky enough to get both. And then here is a DeRosa bell. Pretty, pretty thing. On the front side is a female lion. And then you turn it around on the back, and there's the male. Put the sign back in place where it's supposed to be. And then here's another artist that did some silly things. They're just such fun. Lowell Davis. Here's his rooster. And then two dogs, Old Blue and Lead. Whoops, whoops. Be careful, Arlene. Let me get this closer. Somebody was playing with that. There you go. Now you can see the two dogs. And the rooster was Caruso. And finally, a woman who's just had enough. This pioneer gal says, you leave me alone. Our fist lady. So that's just one person's collection, or sample of a collection, and for the program that they're presenting here at the convention. So hopefully you will join us at a convention, or at least look us up online and learn more about collecting bells. AmericanBell.org.